Hey y'all, so it has been a minute since I've posted anything, since I've said hello. I have footage from the last time I posted a video, like from that time, which I think is more than a year ago. It is still going to be turned into videos, at least some of it. I look drastically different. That's not because I've necessarily done a bunch of good things. I think there's a preconception that the way you look tells people a story about your health, because you could be doing all the right things and then like not be healthy. I might get more into this in future videos, so if you are interested at all about any of the things or the changes I've made, I would love to share, because I feel like this is something that nobody really knows about that much. Over the last year, I found out that I have mast cell activation syndrome, MCAS, and that is something that can be kind of scary. It looks a lot like some autoimmune diseases, because you'll just eat food and then have an allergic reaction over and over and over, which, as you could tell, could cause some issues. Before then, I had been doing Before then, you still technically have MCAS, but it's whether or not some of those genes are like really prevalent or not. So there are some symptoms of MCAS I remember always having with certain high histamine foods, where they didn't really show up on a sensitivity test for me. They didn't show up on an allergy test for me. But then whenever I ate them, like my mouth would still swell up and I would itch and stuff. So that would make sense now. Like bananas has always been one of those for me. Avocados more recently, but before like the big blow up of MCAS happened, I've always had some sort of thing going on there. And so there's multiple places where it can, I don't want to say manifest, but like present itself. So it can be in like physical allergies, like sneezing and rashes and stuff like that. It can be scary in that it's like anaphylactic in your mouth and throat swells. And then it can only show up in your gut, and just your stomach will hurt and you'll have other issues related to that. So there's different foods and different, I don't know, irritants can affect you in different ways. So, obviously the videos that I've recorded are my kind of like fun days. So you will see a video. Anyway, okay. Where I'm eating something that I shouldn't have been eating. I didn't eat that every day. I ate that for that one day, if that makes sense. Like all the rest of the time, during that time when like I was trying to look healthy, if you know what I'm saying, I was doing no sugar. I was doing, except for obviously in a couple of the videos, because those were like celebration days or whatever. I was doing no sugar. I was doing no dairy. I was doing no gluten. And then I was also doing intermittent fasting. And then I was doing not full keto. So I kept some things in, like I would eat quinoa and I think one other grain. But then other than that, everything was pretty keto and just like vegetables and eggs and things like that. Anywho, so even with that, some of my less favorable genes, other than MCAS, were still wreaking havoc, and things were not great. And then I got hit not too long after the pandemic started, which honestly, stress is another contributor to histamine release. And so if I already had all of this like pent up unhealthiness of stuff that I thought that I was doing that was good for me, but really was not that good for me. New shock, everybody's different. And first of all, first thing I learned, I should never, ever, 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 ever intermittent fast ever again. My body's, that's a no-go. Will not do it again. 0 out of 10 on Yelp, do not recommend. Next, there are some foods that are healthy foods that if you have MCAS, maybe not so healthy for you. You can look online, there's a lot of lists, there's a lot of conflicting information, and I think the reason why there is a lot of conflicting information is every trigger doesn't necessarily affect another person the same way or even at all. But there are a few things that like are on every single list, and people either eat it in very low quantities and in a lot of moderation, or they just cut it out entirely. One of those things is strawberries. So during my healthy time, I was eating strawberries at least twice a day, every single day. Another one is spinach. I would always add spinach to my eggs, like every day. That's another one I should not be eating. And there's a few other ones like that I have improved since cutting out of my diet. I went hardcore because there was a period of like I couldn't eat anything. I couldn't keep anything down because I would eat something and I would either go into anaphylaxis and have to take Benadryl and then monitor myself, and then family would like sit there and like help monitor me for a couple hours, or which brought up its own slew of issues, like when you don't know it's MCAS and you're having daily allergic reactions and they're wondering if your like body is attacking itself, and that's very stressful. You know, you can get a little bit of a panic attack here and there, you know, a little spice of life. But after I figured out it was MCAS, it made a lot more sense. There were two other things where they said it was very probable I had them. One of them was EDS type 3, hypermobility, which isn't just hypermobility. It has other issues associated with it, which also make a lot of sense because I was having a lot of issues with like horrible nerve pain. There's a lot of things I did. If you're interested in more specifics about the food I did, the regimen I did, because I don't know how many people experience MCAS. It also was probably brought on by I had like horrible adrenal fatigue, constant horrible burnout. There's kind of like the stages of adrenal fatigue burnout, and I'm slowly clawing my way out of that as well. I'm not out of it yet, but I'm much better than I was. This is a long story for saying hello, welcome back. I'm back as well. I'm happy to be here. I am going to follow up with, I have a video coming up next about, I don't know what video is going to be next. Anyway, I have footage from, for sure, one video that was from over a year ago. I think I have footage of another video of like halfway between here and then. And then I also have a more recent video that I did, I think just a month ago, that will be out at some point. I'll probably do the intro with how I am now. So I will see you in another 2 seconds. You will see me, I don't know, in several days or something. Or maybe a few seconds for you as well. I don't know when you're watching this. I don't know when I'm posting this. I don't know when I'm posting anything. So really, it's going to be just a thrill and a surprise for us both. If any of you are more curious about chronic illnesses and fun things like that, I'd love to share with you. I think that there's a lot of positive things you can do. And I think it's very important not to get discouraged by what one doctor will say to you, because newsflash, not all doctors know everything. Now, I'm not, like, please go to doctors if you're sick and all that. They do know lots of things. But if you feel super frustrated because there's unresolved symptoms that nobody really has any good answers for, then that's probably because nobody's found the correct answer yet. Please stay positive. Please have a wonderful day. I will talk to me in a couple seconds. And then I'll see you in the next video. I hope you all are doing well. Let me know if there's any videos you'd like to see. I'm playing around with a lot of things. I'm considering, if you hate me doing music on this channel, I'm considering making another channel for just my music dump, but I'm not going to be doing tons of music, so if you, at any point that I make a song and finish it, if you would not hate it to be on this channel, let me know. If you're like, I don't want to see that, get out of here, then I'll consider making a different place to dump it all. I'd like to do some more like just talking with you, how things going. The world is a crazy place, and it's wonderful to talk to people, you know, and build places that are going to be safe places just to be you, to decompress, to have a place where you can have just a bit more positivity. I would like it to have inspiration, but I don't know if I can accomplish that. But just get you to your next point. Find something to help you through. Anyway, thank you for watching. It's been wonderful. I'd love to share more with you about way too many things I don't have time for. But thank you for watching. I love you so much. And I'll talk to you in the next one.